Now, if we notice here on Trinket of Time, it says 1V. The V is just a placeholder in the case that a card, at least on these beta cards, does not require an exhaustion cost. To bring it into play, we would simply remove 1 vitality from our hero and place it directly into play. Now, if we look at Trinket of Time, it says remove Trinket of Time from the game. Well, action 0, rather, I should start with that. Action 0, remove Trinket of Time from the game. Reduce the cost of your next card you play by E. Well, sure, we can discard it from play to make our next Ursine Mystic cost 1 less, or 1 exhaustion less. But what real benefit does that provide us? Well, this gets us to the turn order of the game. During each turn, there's a readying phase, a limited phase, the attack phase, the unlimited phase, and then the draw phase. During the readying phase, your hero gains 5 vitality, well, the active player's hero, I should say. Whoever's player's turn it is, their hero receives 5 vitality, and then readies his hero up to 2 clicks. So, by click, we mean 1 90-degree angle. So if my hero is exhausted here, I would ready once, and I would ready twice, and I would be fully readied. And we ready each of our other cards 1 click. So say I have a board state like this. My Ursine Mystic is exhausted twice. My Elder's Cloak and Trinket of Time are both exhausted once. I would ready these each 1 90-degree click, like this. So we see that Ursine Mystic is still exhausted to the first position. Then during the limited phase allows us to use exhaustion costs on cards that are already in play. The game limits when players can play cards by what they cost. So we see 5E, 2E. Any card that has an exhaustion cost may only be played during your turn. Any card with a vitality cost can be played at any time. The same is true for exhaustion effects. So, the limited phase, I may not bring exhaustion cost cards into play, like Elder's Cloak, but I may use exhaustion costs on cards that are already in play. So I may use Nurturing Heart here on Elder Ojue, removing a summoner minion card in my discard pile from the game to restore target minion to its starting vitality. And I may use Ursine Mystic's Imbue Vitality. So, an interesting combo that can be done here. You can pay 3 off of him, exhaust him twice, add 5 to your hero. You may then pay 2 off your hero and remove a summoner minion card in your discard pile from the game and exhaust him once to bring him back up to 5, netting you a total of 1 vitality. Now, then is the attack phase. This is an excellent opportunity for us to describe how attacking works. Say that there is an opposing Int Seedling in play that has 1 vitality on it, and we'll also have the Summoner's Staff in play rather than the Trinket of Time. If I wish to attack with my Ursine Mystic, I simply exhaust him once to a 90-degree angle like that, and I declare him to attack. Now, minion attacks are not easy for your hero to control, so you simply declare them to attack. Then the opposing hero will declare if they wish to block. If they don't wish to block, the damage goes straight to their hero. If they do wish to block, then he will declare that Int Seedling is blocking Int Mystic. The vitality that is on each card acts as both their attack and defense. So, they simultaneously remove from each other, after the blocker is declared, vitality equal to the amount of vitality that they currently have. In such a way, Int Seedling will lose 5 vitality, and Ursine Mystic will lose 1 vitality. This then discards Int Seedling from play. Now, hero attacks are more controlled, since this represents an attack that is made by your avatar, your hero, your way of interfacing with the world. So, we see hero attack, action, exhaust, exhaust. During the attack phase, I may declare a hero attack. So, I will declare Summoner Staff to attack, exhausting it twice. Hero attacks are controlled, like I said, so I declare the target of where they're going. So I declare that it is going at Int Seedling. My opponent does not get to choose to take it directly to their hero. They do not get to decide what is blocking it. You decide that. So Summoner Staff will hit Int Seedling, removing vitality equal to the amount that is printed here, unless otherwise stated, obviously. And that will remove vitality before the opposing minion has a chance to counterattack. So that will just kill Int Seedling. But let's flip this around. Say the Ursine Mystic is over there, and I have the Int Seedling. I'm still declaring an attack with Summoner Staff. I'm declaring it at Ursine Mystic. Now, I remove vitality from him before he has a chance to remove vitality back to counterattack. But we see that he still has 3 vitality. That then means he counterattacks directly to my hero, removing 3 vitality, dropping me to 8. Then we have, bring this back for a second, the unlimited phase. During the unlimited phase, you may do everything that you did during the limited phase. You can use abilities on cards that are in play that require exhaustion costs, but you may also bring into play cards that require exhaustion costs in their payment line. So I can play Ursine Mystic, I can play my Elder's Cloak, and I can play my Summoner Staff during this phase. And then finally, there's the draw phase. Now, we created Third Age with the idea in mind that playing cards is good. People like to play cards. So, we have a scaling draw phase, where in other card games you may simply draw 1 or 2 or however many, a static number of cards per turn. In this game you draw a fluid number, and it's based entirely around the number 5. So 5 is your starting hand size. During your readying phase, you announce, or not readying phase, I'm sorry, during the draw phase, you announce the number of cards in your hand. If it is under 5, so 1 through 4, I would draw 2 cards from my deck and add them to my hand. If it is 5 or more, you would draw 1 card. So here I have 5, I only draw 1 card. Now a little bit of clarity here on abilities on minions and abilities on gear or skill cards that require vitality. I explained earlier that when Ursine Mystic uses his ability, we remove it from him, and then we pay the exhaustion cost from him. If there is, say, an ability on a skill or gear card that requires vitality as well as exhaustion, it comes from the hero. So Nurturing Heart here removes from the hero. This makes sense because this is the hero having the ability. Now these represent skills that the hero has learned, or weapons or gear that the hero possess. So vitality has to be channeled into them from your hero, whereas you can still exhaust these. So like we saw with the hero attack on this, exhausting it. The same is true for any skill or gear card ability that requires exhaustion. All cards remove exhaustion from themselves. Abilities on minions remove vitality from themselves. Abilities on skill and gear cards remove vitality from the hero. I hope that this has been informative for you. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave them on the forum and I'll answer them. I'll make another video to help you guys out. Thanks for listening.